Sound Like Us podcast, where we get the bedroom rock stars out of the bedroom and out into the world to hopefully get them the recognition they deserve. During the interview, we get to know an artist by asking about how important music is to them, from how their early lives shaped the musician they became, and their first taste of live music to their first foray into writing and producing and what they have planned for the future. Please like, follow, share, subscribe in all the usual places: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Instagram and YouTube. Big thank you to everyone that's done so already. Please spread the word far and wide to your friends and family, and even that annoying prick you sit next to at work. If you like the podcast, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you use. This helps give the algorithm a big old slap on the chops and gets those musicians even more of the exposure they deserve. If you're a musician, singer-songwriter, rapper, producer, DJ, MC, or even, God forbid, a drummer, and you fancy joining me on the podcast, please don't hesitate to get in touch and we'll get you on. We are also proud to announce that we've partnered up with our mates at East London Recordings. East London Recordings is an independent record label run by independent artists for independent artists. East London Recordings has grown into an influential label committed to helping artists realise their full potential. We will be working with East London Recordings by interviewing their artists on the podcast, giving them more exposure on their background, what inspires them, where they are performing, and what music they have coming out in the near future. There will be many more things to listen out and watch out for, so keep those eyes out and ears peeled. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. Good morning all, and welcome to Sound Like Us podcast, and today we are catching up with Sam Coe, guitarist from South London's brilliant Sunset Ruins, ahead of their debut headline gig live at the legendary Amersham Arms in New Cross. Sam, good morning. How you doing, mate?
Morning, Martin. I'm well, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad. It's a bit
Good,
fucking shitty weather today, isn't it?
It is indeed. It's a proper, good old-fashioned, grim English oxy winter morning.
I know, it's bollocks, isn't it?
I
Anyway,
just popped over the cab to get a... Go on, sorry.
No, yeah, carry on.
I just popped over to my local cafe to get a bacon roll, and it was absolutely bucketing down, so I had to get a little...
was it?
A little run on, but yeah, all worth it.
At least you got the bacon. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Right. So before we start off, remind people about yourself and the Sunset Ruins.
Yeah, I'm Sam Coe. I'm the lead guitarist with South London rock and roll band Sunset Ruins. We've been going since 2024, and we've released 2 singles. Current one being How It Turns Out, and we're recording in Abbey Road Studios on Friday the 30th of January, and we're doing our first headline show on Sunday the 1st of February. Friday the 30th of January we're at Abbey Road, and 2 days later we're at the Amersham Arms in New Cross for our debut headline show.
Do you know what? I completely forgot about the Abbey Road thing. I'd seen you put it on Instagram. Tell us about that then.
Yeah, so basically, we're very lucky. The rock and roll gods were shining down on us, and last year, sort of mid to late last year, we got contacted by, shall we say, someone that knows someone that knows someone, and and we was offered the opportunity to be able to go into Studio 3 at Abbey Road and record for the day. So they asked if we was up for it, and we said, "Of course we fucking are." And it's an amazing opportunity. You know, anyone that knows anything, Abbey Road is the governor, the don of recording studios, and I've been lucky enough to actually have a little walk around there and visit some places in there, and it is a truly magical place. And
mate,
what we can get history.
If those walls could fucking sing.
Oh, mate. And so have you seen the documentary of that? Mary McCartney does. Yeah, Mary McCartney. Catch it on. I think it's on the Disney Channel. But she's done. Of course it is. Mary McCartney's done the documentary. Mary McCartney, obviously being Paul McCartney's daughter, and she's done the documentary. And Noel and Liam are on there, and a host of other people. And I mean, it is a truly, you walk around there and you can just feel the magic. And in Studio 3, you know, I mean, I'm a bit of an Abbey Road nut anyway, and it was quite weird. So before I got this phone call, I just finished an Abbey Road book that I was reading, and then I got this phone call, and obviously the offer come in, and we had to sit on it for a bit to not let anyone know for a bit out of respect and sort of contract wise, and But yeah, it is a magical place. I mean, the Beatles, obviously, the most famous band. The Beatles recorded 210 songs in their career, and 190 of them were recorded at
Shit.
Abbey Road.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So yeah, we're in
Man.
Studio 3. Which is where the Beatles done Here Comes the Sun, Come Together, a host of them classic songs. Pink Floyd recorded
Yeah.
Dark Side of the Moon there, and yeah,
Hell.
it's beautiful.
Mate, you're gonna have a great time there. Is it just a day that you're there?
Yeah, we got a day. We got a 10-hour day. It's 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Yeah,
Oh.
we'll take every second that we can in there.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, we're going to go in
Definitely.
there, and then we'll have the Saturday off, and then we're going to be in South London to rock our headline show.
Yeah, let's talk. Well, we'll come back to that a little bit later. So,
Yeah.
back in 8th of November, you supported the IC1s at Dingwalls in
We did
Camden. How was
indeed.
that for you guys?
Magical. I mean, it
Yeah.
really was, because really that was our first official gig. We done a warm up in October at the Amersham, sort of unofficial for our nearest and dearest. Excuse me. And but the Dingwalls gig was our first official gig, and big up to the IC1 lads for giving us the opportunity. They took a big risk with us, really, and the fact that we hadn't released any music, we hadn't done any proper gigs, but yeah, I mean, I know you were there supporting all the bands, and I mean, Dingwalls is kind of a legendary London venue, and but just I mean, even just walking in there, I mean, I've been to loads of gigs at Dingwalls, and but the sound system was so good, and to be up on stage, and yeah, we had an absolute blast. We kicked the evening off for the bands, and we played a half-hour set of 35 minutes. I think we got half hour, so it was yeah, we rocked it, and we got a great reception. The atmosphere was unbelievable, and
Mate. Yeah, how good were the crowd that night? Amazing, weren't they?
Unbelievable. I mean, massive respect to everyone. I mean, it was a sellout, and it was massive respect to everyone that come down and supported all the bands, and the atmosphere was something I'll never forget. To make our first official gig like that, it was unbelievable to basically sold out Dingwalls.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of felt like, obviously, when you guys come on stage, you actually blew the place apart, but it felt like the crowd were giving it back a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. That's a major part of. I mean, and our first unofficial gig at the Amersham Arms, there was about 30 people there, and so it was our nearest and dearest, just to say thank you, and that was a great atmosphere. So then to go to the next venue, Dingwalls, and play to hundreds of people, I mean, that it's a truly special feeling, to have that energy from the crowd come back to you. It lifts you up, and the roar, people singing along to our songs already, our lot that knew the songs, and and not only our lot, but we was the reaction we got from other people, and the relationships we've built with people we met that night have gone on. And just a little story, I was at the Troubadour Club watching a band called Hazy Sundays, just gone the Troubadour in Earls Court, which is quite a famous London venue, really small downstairs, but it's been going since like the 70s. Led Zeppelin played there and everyone. And I was talking to a few people, and then I was actually walking through the crowd, and this geezer just tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around, he went, Sunset Ruins? And I went, yeah. And he went, see you at Dingwalls. He said, I remember you on stage. He said, you lot rocked it. So his name was Eddie O'Sullivan. So big shout out to Eddie.
Nice.
He's goes to loads of gigs, and it was a bit of a surreal moment getting spotted in another club by someone that I never knew, before.
Yeah, shows that you're getting out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely, mate. So big up to the IC1s. Massive shout out to Jesse, Dan, and the rest of the boys for taking that risk. And it's been great to see their comeback, on fire, and they're doing great things.
So, they are. They're rocking on the spiral carpets and supporting that.
Yeah, what a gig
you
to
didn't.
that.
Yeah, I know. You had another gig at Dingwalls, Lock 17. How was that?
Yeah, that was a showcase. So that was 3 days later. Lock 17 is like on the top floor, or the second from top floor actually, at Dingwalls, and that was a showcase. And yeah, that was cool. We met some good contacts. That was through Chris Daly and Tom McEwen. They invited us down to come and play their showcase, and that was you know, but obviously different to the main Dingwalls. But yeah, you know, we take every opportunity, and we play, whether it's in front of 20 people or 200 people. You know, we give it our all, and you know, that was unbelievable. And then we went back to Camden on Sunday the 14th of December, and we played Elephant's Head for Joey Supernova's Blestival, which was a wicked day.
Was it?
Yeah.
I saw the lineup I saw the sort of lineup times starting at 3:00, finished at 8 or something like that.
Yeah, we finished at 8, but some of us didn't get out there till 11. So yeah, we got in there at 2 and stumbled out there at 11.
Oh, mate, rock and roll.
Yeah, it was a great day. You know, Camden is London's rock and roll capital. You know,
man.
It's but yeah, we're buzzing to be able to come back and play our own home turf in South London.
Yeah, you got to do it for the South Londoners, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're buzzing about it.
You can't give that lot over the water too much. We need some back down there.
No. It's you know, it may be the heart of the rock and roll capital, but there's nowhere like South London.
Nah, definitely. You've also released a couple of singles, Leave It All Behind, How It Turns Out recently. How are those singles doing now that they're out?
Yeah, really well, thank you. You know what I mean? Leave It All Behind got released on October the 10th last year, and you know, the reaction that it's got. I mean, the last interview I did for you, I remember when you said, you know, when you heard it, there's such a forceful song. It hits you when you're back against the wall, and for a band that no one knew about, you know, and we hadn't really promoted ourselves. We sort of a bit, but we've had no press, we've had no up until that point, and we've got over nearly coming up to 3,000 streams on Spotify with that. And while in the world of you know, big streams, it's not a lot, but for an independent band for their debut single, I think it, and we did like a video for that, but it was made up of stills of like some promo shots and some shots of the studio day and that. And then when we released How It Turns Out on Friday the 12th of December, 2 days before the Elephant's Head gig, we had decided that we wanted to do a proper video, or try and do a proper video.
I've seen that video. It's quality.
Yeah, thank you very much. So you know, unfortunately, we haven't got the budget to film a proper film crew and a camera crew, but our gaffer Dino has got an iPhone 17, and I tell you what, them things are dangerous. They're so good.
Right.
So yeah, we met in Woolies Dockyard Estate. We was due to. I'd sort of drafted up a thing for the band to have a look about, and we was going to do some ideas. We were going to go to Greenwich Park, but unfortunately the band was sort of saying, listen, the forecast for that day is not good. And Lee knows our good friend Dan. Well, I know Dan as well, but he knows the Woolies Dockyard Estate in South London pretty well. And he just said, listen, there's some undercover places there going down by the river and so. And so we sort of changed location, but when we got to Dan's, we said, right, we got 6 hours. So it was 12 till 6, and we got to Dan's, and we spent the first 3 hours just drinking in Dan's flat. And because it was raining, and then the band said to me, Sam, can we do any filming in the flat? And we hadn't sort of drafted that written. So a lot of that video is just off the cuff. And obviously you see the card game and, you know, so, you know, Lee walking in and out the flat, down the lift. I mean, mate, it was hilarious. And so we filmed on a Saturday, and then we went back on the Thursday night and done some more filming, which is like the second half of the video, you'll see. And we had an absolute blast. And considering none of us know what the fuck we were doing, you know, we was causing havoc. We was doing scenes in the lift, and people were walking up. And what the fuck are you doing to our lifts? I'm having to walk up the doors, and we had people downstairs. Oh, mate, it was hilarious. But yeah, it sort of comes together. Go on,
sorry, mate. There's a scene of you shouting out the window.
Oh yeah, so that's Yeah. So that's her Stanley satin stockings. So I mean, a couple of weeks before, I don't know why, but actually it come about. Jesse from RC1s give a quote to promote the Dingwalls gig, and he called us South London Rascals, like this. And I kind of liked it, and I was just sort of like, and
Yeah.
then one day I was at home, I should go out more, but I was just at home and it's just this character just come in my head. So I put my old man's cap on and and I just started speaking in this, weird voice and old voice, and
Yeah.
and Stanley has become like a character. People always going, and you know
Yeah.
what? That first video that I did, like a promo video, I showed my missus when she come home from work that day, and she went, "Who's that?" She went, "Is that someone complaining about you on Instagram?" And I said, "Don't you recognise him?" And she said, "No, who is it?" I said, "That's me, you nutter." Like this, and so if your own missus don't recognise you,
Yeah, like, well, either you're doing a good job as an actor, then
yeah, I'll
if
take
not,
it as that.
then
And there was a couple of other people that said, like, who is that guy? So, yeah, Stanley's become a bit of a character for us. But yeah, I think he's only going to be for this campaign. I don't want to carry him on and that. So
you got to come up with another one. Like Stanley might have a brother or something.
yeah. Well, I might put a wig on because we were talking about his missus who's going to be called Mavis. So I might get me wig on and me, but see what Mavis can do.
What's Mavis's surname going to be?
Yeah, I don't know, but actually, you saying that how the name come about is when I filmed that original promo video in my front room, and I sent it through to
Yeah.
the band, and then Freddie, our bassist, he come up, he Googled and AI'd and said, posh Cockney geezers names, and this whole list of names come up, and there was Cecil, there was this and that, and right at the bottom it was Stanley Satin Stockings, and I went, that's the one.
Fucking hell.
I said, Sam's turned into Stanley Satin Stockings. So yeah, we'll see what we can do.
He's going to take over the world for you.
Yeah. People are going, is he going to be at the Amersham? I go, it might be a bit too loud for Stanley. His hearing's a bit delicate nowadays.
Yeah. He's complaining about the noise as it is.
Yeah. And he's a grass.
Right. Oh, is he? Oh, you don't need a grass at your first gig.
We don't need no. He was going to bubble us up.
No. What goes on at the Amersham stays at the Amersham.
There we go. Yeah, and there'll be a lot going on.
Yeah. And talking of which, your first headline gig is coming up on the 1st of February at the Amersham Arms in New Cross.
Yeah.
Is that well, I know it's somewhere pretty local to you, where you guys are based. Is it somewhere that you've always had in your mind to play?
Yeah, I mean, we love the Amersham. I mean, we've been going there for years. Personally, I used to put nights on with a few lads. We used to put dance nights on at the Amersham. It must be 25 years, coming up to 25 years, definitely over 20 years. So I've been going there since, I'm grew up in Peckham and that, and I used to go to the Amersham regularly, and so yeah, it was always somewhere where we spoke about and we knew of it, and we had our first unofficial warm up gig there. And we've kept in good contact. Our gaffer Dino had kept in contact, as other members of the band. Lee and Freddie had gone down there, and it was just. Once again, I think that the Amersham's been going since the '60s. I've been going for years, and and actually, when I walked in there to spec the place, say in September, knowing that we were playing in October, I walked into the back room, because you go into the boozer, it's got like the main bit of the boozer, and then you go into the big back room where it's got the stage and obviously everything, and a big bar, and it wasn't like I remembered it. I was like, I know I'm getting a bit older, and our memory's a bit hazy, but the engineer said, no, we've had a refit. He went, blimey, he said, you was here 20 years ago. He went, he said, no, we've had a refit since then. So but it's got a nice big stage, got a great sound system, and Guy, the sound engineer, will be coming back. Actually, he doesn't work there anymore, Guy, but he's coming back to to engineer for us.
Okay.
So we got a good relationship with them. But yeah, the people down there, Martin, Amelia, you know, we've got kind of a good relationship with them down there, and yeah, we're
Wicked.
bringing a good few. We're bringing a good few bods. Ticket sales have been going well, but yeah, just to
Yeah.
anyone that wants to come out and have some Sunday shenanigans, you know, we can please get on the link in all our socials, in the bios in our socials.
Yeah.
So you know, tickets are only £12.50. We've got 2 support acts in Dan Stott and Sam James Johnson. Going to be doing some great
Mhm.
acoustic stuff, and then we're going to come on and play for an hour, and then we've got my cousin Lee Howe, who's going to come on. He's a DJ, and he's going to come on and play a couple of hours of indie remix bangers. So,
Wicked. Wicked. That's going
so
to be a
yeah,
hell of a day. I've never been
yeah.
to Amersham Arms yet.
What a time
So
to, you know, come and make your debut.
yeah, I know. What a place. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm gonna come up and it's my long weekend off, so I can make it.
lovely.
So I'm
There
gonna
we
try
go.
and get a few boys to come up,
Yeah, please do,
see what
mate.
we can do. I think
Yeah,
there's a few that's local to there. So yeah. So like you said, on the day you'll be very ably supported by Sam James Johnson, who's going to be
yeah.
on the podcast tomorrow, by the way, and
Oh, is
Dan
he
Stott.
coming
How
on?
these, yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
wicked. Sam's a top lad.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm buzzing to hear
How
that.
do these, yeah, wicked. Like, how did you know those guys from before?
Yeah, so I've known Sam. I mean, Lee's known him for longer than me, and Dan. So they're one of their
Mm.
local bruises is called the Rose of Denmark in Charlton. And
All right.
Dan actually supported Sam a few years ago there, and Lee was there, and yeah, so they know him. But I met Sam actually for the first time. He come down to the Amersham last year to support us, just to come as a punter. We invited him
Mm.
down, and he come down to the Amersham, and he was at Camden. He was at the Elephant's Head in Camden. He come down, and
Yeah,
he loves the band, and we know Sam's really talented. He's released quite a bit of music. He's
yeah,
releasing his next single on Friday the 30th, 2 days before the gig. He can tell you more about that, you know, on the podcast. But yeah, we
yeah,
know Sam and Dan and Lee have been friends for forever. I mean, Dan used to drum in Lee's old band, The Front. You know, you're going
yeah,
back 2010, that kind of. So they've known each other, you know, quite a long time. And
yeah,
yeah, we sort of when we decided to play the Amersham, those were the guys. We said, you know, let's treat it as a bit of a family affair, and you know, we class them lads as family. You know,
mm,
they're all part of
good.
the SR family, and yeah, and of course Lee being my cousin, you know, and I've known Lee since God knows. Well, he's my step cousin, as he says, only through marriage, boy. I've known Lee over 30 years, you know, so
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
very talented. Me and him have been making music for a long time, and yeah, we're actually working on a remix of Leave It All Behind, actually. So
Wicked, really.
yeah, which is sounding big,
So
kind of a dance remix of it.
okay, so is it just you two working on that, or you help getting other people to come in and
Yeah, just me and Lee. So I sort of spoke to the band, and because you know, Lee's got a home recording set up, and you know, he's a ninja on the computer. You know, I mean, I can do a bit
yeah,
producing wise, but my editing skills is a weak point in my game, should I say? And I was
yeah,
with him last week, and we were just cutting up vocals, and he gets on the computer and he does this and that and cuts up loads of vocals. He was
mm,
like, that's exactly what I need. But at one point last week, there was me and him both on the same keyboard playing, and we just looked at each other and just, it was a moment really. We were just jamming. We had the beat
yeah.
playing, and we were just jamming on ideas. So yeah, the lads like it. It's going to take another session to sort of go back and finish it. But yeah, we had a great start. In fact, it was an 18-hour session.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it was
Long. You
serious.
must have been knackered after that.
I was absolutely shattered, mate. Thankfully, I had the day off for work afterwards as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
Lee made me lunch. He made me a beautiful dinner. He cooks lovely food, Lee, and yeah, it was a great day.
wicked. He's a talented guy. You're a talented bunch, you lot.
Yeah. Well, you know, we like to spread ourselves about a bit, and but yeah,
Yeah,
we're having fun.
yeah, good. Right. So, going back to Sam James Johnson and Dan Stott,
Yeah.
how important is it to you to support up and coming local talent, especially from South London?
Massive. Massive, to be honest with you. And, you know, as well, I mean, I know you've had him on the show before, James Hurley, and who I personally didn't know until I still haven't met James. I think he's coming to the Amersham. And he's bought 2 tickets, bless him. So thank you very much, James. But him and Lee go back, way back. I mean, 20 odd years. You know, I think they was in college together, way back.
Oh, wow.
And you know, James is doing really well for himself and getting great accolades, and deservedly so.
Yeah.
He's very talented. And but yeah, you know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You know, we're huge music lovers, and we like to see people doing well. And if we can help them in any way, then we'll be supporters of them. You know, we like to put on good events and be part of good events, and you know, we like to see people doing well. And if it's to be our friends that we know, then even better. You know, because people people like Sam and Dan have come and supported us. So, you know, when we had the opportunity to do this, it was like, right, no, we're repaying that faith and support you've given us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we like to see, you know, if it can be the South London crew, you know. But just another thing, when we played the Elephant's Head, there was a band called Word of Mouth there that are driven all the way up from Cornwall. They're from Cornwall. They're only young lads, literally. I was watching them thinking, oh my God, I feel old. I mean, I am old now, but they were youngsters, you know. I was like, oh God, I feel like their uncle's going to get up on stage and play afterwards. But But, you know, even from bands, you know, that lads that drove all the way up from Cornwall to play an half-hour set in London, you know, I mean, that's a massive, you know, that's what rock and roll spirit is about.
Dedication, isn't it?
Dedication, you know, it's the dedication like that, you'll go somewhere. And we've sort of become friends with them online, and we spoke saying, listen, lads, if we do anything in the summer, or if we're down your way, you know, we can sort stuff out. So, you know, we're making good contacts, we feel, and we ain't false, you know. We don't just do it for the sake of it. We don't just have anyone, you know. You got to be good, you know, and we've got to like you. We don't just put on any band, you know. We've got to actually like your music, and get on well with you. So but we're huge advocates of good music, and we want the rock and roll indie scene to be healthy.
Yeah, especially in South London, you get you know, so many of the acts coming up now, all like Brit School educated, which is fine. You know, Brit School is right around the corner from where I work. You get people like Amy Winehouse, blah blah. And they get a bit of a leg up. Well, you know, not all of us can afford to do that, but we still want to make music and stuff. So
So, and I just feel, you know, I mean, the bond between Sunset Ruins and the history. I mean, Lee and Freddie, you know, go back to nursery. They went nursery, the same junior school, the same secondary school. They went to different parts of the college, you know. So these guys have known each other since nearly day dot. You know, Lee and Reese drummed in the band. Were in the band The Front, 2011, 12. You know, so there's a great history, and you know, I just think if you look at the history of bands, you know, the gang mentality is an important part of it. Don't get me wrong, 4 strangers can get in a room and create something, and you never know, magical, whatever. But for us, you know, the Beatles, Oasis, you know, it's that gang mentality.
Yeah.
So
us against the world kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You know, and respect to these people that get, you know, good luck to these people that get, you know, can go to college and have, I'm sure the Brit School is a high level of, you know, but, you know, it's just, there's something different with us. But, you know, respect to anyone that wants to have a go at making it, because you whether you're from the Brit School, whether you're from the street, it's South London, you've got to have a high work ethic, you know, to make it, which we do. You know, we're pretty busy, and you know, we've got things planned for the year, and
yeah, wicked. Right. So, talking of which, after the Amersham Arms gig, what is next for Sunset Ruins? More gigs, getting back in the studio. Obviously, you've got Abbey Road and stuff.
Yeah, so actually this morning our producer and mixer Michael Smith is hopefully finishing off the final mix for our third song, which is going to be called "Save Your Soul." So we went
Okay.
in there. We went in there late last year and recorded our third single at RYP Recording, Smith's own studio. And that was a really special couple of days. We feel that this one's gone up to another level sonically with this, and we're very close to having the final mix back for that. So we'll get it mastered by Andy Hippie Baldwin at Metropolis again. So we're hoping to have that out sort of mid to late March. On Sunday, the 15th of February, we're filming the video for Save Your Soul at a boozer in South London, which is a proper old-fashioned estate boozer, spit and sawdust. The Greyhound in Woolwich.
Oh, okay, I don't know it.
Yeah, I mean,
don't know.
it's proper.
Is it?
So yeah, we've secured that, and we're working on sort of the script for that, and we're going to be having extras in this one. Actually, we're bringing some of our own crew coming along to sort of make it authentic as we can. And yeah, we've got a couple of gigs. I think I can confirm it. I know the emails have been going back and forth between our gaffer Dino and Robert from City Sound Sessions, who approached us, and I think we're going to do another headline gig on Friday the 1st of May at the Star of Kings in King's Cross. And
Nice.
and there's also another gig that coming today. I can't quite confirm it, but that's going to be in March at quite a well-known place in central London. So I can't confirm that just yet because it just needs. But I'm near certain that's on, and that's going to be a showcase as well of some big bands and some sort of record labels, and also further down the year. I'm sure I can because we've said we can confirm this, but we're going to be playing at the Half Moon pub in Putney with the
nice.
The Syndicate. Do you know that?
It's a legendary pub.
Legendary pub, man. I mean, literally, the Stones, the Who, the Steve Marriott, the Small Faces, Bo Diddley, and an extra special for me because my dad used to bring me to I've been going to that pub since like '95. My dad brought me to one of my first gigs there. I've been seeing bands there, and I've been to so many gigs down the years there, and it is a legendary pub. You know, beautiful boozer as it is, but then that back room is, you know, and just by the river, you know, 5-10 minute walk from the river.
Nice.
Yes, so we're buzzing about that. So yeah, that's in October, Sunday the 11th of October.
Very nice. So tell us a bit more about your new song then.
As in the latest one or the next single?
The one you got coming out, or do you want to keep it under your hat a little bit?
No. I mean, Save Your Soul is a proper in-your-face rocker kind of thing, you know. Because our latest one, How It Turns Out, you know, has kind of got a kind of ska punk feel to it. I think Save Your Soul is a bit more, you know, real heavy in-your-face Stonesy rhythm and blues. And in fact, when me and Lee demoed it at my house, when we made the demo a couple of years ago, we were listening to it and we were like, it sounds like an updated version of the Stones, but it's got the power of the Sex Pistols. And we've got a bit of a marketing line, you know, swagger of the Stones, power of the Pistols. And
I love that.
yeah. And then obviously we give it to the band, the rhythm section, when we brought into the band, and Reese and Freddie done, you know, worked their magic on it. And so we'd but actually the week before we went in last year to record it, I think the song was coming in at like 5 minutes 20, and Lee rang me up and just said, I'm a bit worried as a single length, 5 minutes 20 is too long. So he said, I've been working on this new arrangement. So he sent it over to me like an acoustic demo, and I went, love that, it works. Let's give it to the band. So, you know, the week before we was going in, you know, it's like, right, we've got to work on a new arrangement. And but it's so much better, you know, when we listen back to it. I can't listen to the old demo now because of the way the new song is. But yeah, it was truly a magical day. And on the Sunday, I did my guitars in the morning, and with Smith, I like to work in the control room, so the amps are in another room, and I'll have my pedal board out, and then Smith's all like this with my pedals, and we're trying different things, and he got me to do things that I'd just never done before, and that I hadn't practiced for. You know, I mean, with Smith, he keeps you on your toes. You know, it's you know, let's try this now. You've got to be able to do it. You know, and but you could just feel this energy in the room. The lads were sitting behind me, and Smith was there. And he got me to do things, and then he was, you know, it sounds quite futuristic. There's quite a few bits in the guitar that are kind of futuristic, I would say, with sound effects, and he was putting me through amps, and then at one point he just put me through the desk and whacked up the preamp, and it's what the Beatles used to do, and stuff like Jimmy Page, Black Dog, that huge guitar sound he gets, he's just going into the desk and then whacking the compressors. In fact, Jimmy Page used 4, you know, 1176s and just was whacking some of them and then just having some of them normal. So yeah, it really went to the next stage. And excuse me, when we finished the first day of filming for How It Turns Out, we went into this booze at the Greyhound because it's on just across from Woolwich Dockyard Estate. It's basically on the estate of booze, just across. And we was in there, and Dan and Lee knew a few people in there anyway, so we got chatting with a few bods, and it's a proper old fat. I mean, it's great, you know, but jukebox, pool table, slot. I mean, it's, you know, big booze, big beer garden. It's just where we were brought up, you know, them old fashioned boozes where you were brought up. Not many of them around anymore. But we had said you know, but we had said to each other, we was having a drink, and we had said to each other, we should film the video for Save Your Soul in here, if possible. And so I went back a few weeks ago and spoke to the landlady, Mandy, and yeah, we're gonna be having a few hours in there, and but yeah, it's another banger, you know. We you know, it is a banger, and we're really pleased with it. And I mean, even the mix already, we're just into the nitty gritty points of the mix. You know, it's basically 98% done. It's only the you know, it's become just a little bit. And to be honest with you, the first mix Smith give back to us, or the mix already, sounds like a master. I mean, it sounds huge, you know, and you know, he's got his car, and we get in Lee's car and blast it out at ear splitting level. You know, it's like it's the ultimate car test, you know, and
like
we've got
you used to do when we were young, just blowing it out of cars. And
yeah. Then when you got a good sound system in your car, and I mean, we've obviously got a PA in our room, and that, but there's nothing quite like Lee's car. You know, I never get to listen to music at that volume. It's probably not good for your hearing, but it's great. It's great fun.
It's all right. I'm mutton anyway, so I'm fucked. All right. Right, that brings us nicely to the end of the interview. People, make sure you go check out Sunset Ruins live. I promise you won't regret it at all. Check out the music online, stream it, tell your mum about it. They are really brilliant. So, Sam, tell people where they can find you online and stuff. So, follow, stream, subscribe, all that kind of stuff.
So on Instagram, we're Sunset Ruins Official, same as on Facebook and on YouTube, Sunset Ruins Official. On X, we're just at Sunset Ruins. They're the ones we're sort of concentrating on at the moment. There's socials, and but yeah, you can tap in Sunset Ruins on Spotify. It'll take you through to our artist page. But yeah, if people could go to our YouTube channel and watch the video for How It Turns Out, that'd be much appreciated. Yeah. We're up to nearly 1,100 views on that video, which we're really pleased about. So massive respect and love to everyone that's taken the time to watch it. You know, it really makes me laugh.
I'll get those links out once this video is done and stuff.
Yeah.
So tell people where they can get tickets for the Amersham gig and the gigs you've got coming up next.
Yeah, so the tickets for the Amersham gig are on Eventbrite. You can get on if you come on our socials, you'll see the ticket link in our bio. It's the main link you'll see on our Facebook. You can go to our Instagram page, and you go in our bio, and the link is there. But yeah, if you get on, you can go straight to Eventbrite if you want, and tap in Sunset Ruins at the Amersham Arms. It will come up. I mean, it's a bargain. You know, it's £12.50 for 4 great musical acts. You know,
Yeah.
so you know, the price of 2 pints in London, maybe a pint and a packet of crisps nowadays, depending on where you
Yeah.
drink.
Fucking
You
hell.
know, yeah.
Amazing. £12.50 for South London rock and roll. What else do you want?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, come down, be
What
part
else
of
do
it.
you
You know, we you know, if anyone knows anything about us, we bring it when we play live, and we've got a good crew
Yeah.
around us, and it's going to be a party atmosphere.
Yeah, wicked. All right, guys, please like, share, follow, and subscribe to Sound Like Us podcast on Spotify, Instagram, and YouTube. I want to say another massive thank you to Sam Coe of the Sunset Ruins for taking the time out this morning to come on today.
Thank you,
Really enjoyed
Martin.
the interview. You guys have enjoyed it as well.
Yeah,
Hope you've
definitely,
enjoyed it,
mate.
Sam,
Yeah,
on a
appreciate your
shitty
support.
fucking day.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be in all day making music, so the weather can do one of them.
Yeah, defo.
Yeah,
I've got to go and
but
meet my mum in a minute.
yeah. Well,
Um,
enjoy some quality time with your ma.
yeah, defo. Right, to play us out, Sunset Ruins. Do you want to introduce your latest single?
Yeah, this is our latest single, How It Turns Out, Sunset Ruins, Blast It Loud.
Blast it loud. Sam, thank you once again.
Yeah,
Won't be the last
thank you.
time. Get you on again, hopefully at some point before
Yeah,
your next gigs and stuff.
yeah,
Maybe to
definitely.
talk about the Amersham.
Yeah, always good to have a chat with you, mate, and big thanks for your support.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Sam, take it easy, mate.
Take it easy.
Good
Thank
to
you.
speak to you. Take care, mate.
Likewise.
Lovely. Bye.
All right.